Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. In this video we are going to discuss psychic mediumship, which deals with spirit communication. I like to look at this time of year as a gateway, an essential doorway, a door to the other side. It's definitely a time to embrace spirit communication, especially if you have the gift of psychic mediumship where you sit and can communicate with the dead. So as I said, this time period really begins around October 30th, October 31st, All Hallows Eve, all the way until the beginning of the new year. This is also a wonderful time for reflection and connecting with your internal inner truest self. It's definitely a time to go within. And when I say go within, I mean going within your inner self to the most deepest level possible. So in this video, basically, we're just going to discuss some of the ways that you can look for and feel the signs that you may receive from spirit communication. Also, I will share with you what you can do with this information. How can it be a benefit to you, and what can you use it for to understand whether it is a true spirit communication or some type of something else that's not quite hitting home with spirit communication. Because there's all types of signs out there. So we're going to try to boil it down and make it a little bit more simpler to look for and feel and understand what sign is accurate and which sign is not. So as we know, signs can come in many different forms. It could come to you through music, memories, words, images, dreams, etc. It can go on and on. Signs can literally take form and give you a sign through pretty much anything and everything. Now these signs could come at any time, day or night. Signs can come to you no matter where you are, no matter what you are doing. You could be in the middle of a presentation, speaking in front of 100 people, and that sign hits you, come to you. It could be in someone's face that you get this overwhelming feel like, okay, something's telling me something. You know what I mean? Like you're tapping into, like it can literally come from anything and everything. So it's very important to look for these signs, but it's also very important to identify the signs so you know which one, like I said, is coming from a spirit communication, or it might be coming on more of a deeper level meaning for you, or simply just might not even be a sign at all and it's taken as one. We're going to identify which one is a real, authentic spirit communication sign versus something that might just be wishful thinking. Now I know it can be very easy to think that anything is a sign. Everything is a message. Especially when this is something that might be new to you and somewhat confusing, trying to identify what's what. I know. It can be quite challenging. But also, it can be very rewarding and uplifting and very powerful once we know to really key into and know what we're looking for and what to feel and what's real and what is not. Now I'm going to share with you 3 ideas, yes I did say 3 ideas to help you recognize, identify, and embrace your own spirit communication. Now these ideas are going to help you to validate and to know for a fact that these are true signs from spirit communication. Now number 1 is quite simple. Write it down. Write it down on a personal journal, get a notebook, anything that you can. You want to keep track of each and everything that happens. Here's what you can do. Write down the event, whether it be a song, a word, a phrase, something someone said, something that happened, something dropped on the floor, you saw something at a stoplight. No matter what it is, make note of what it is that you saw and write down the exact time and the day that it happened. You could even go so deep as to even write down what moon phase it's in, what zodiac sign it's in, just to keep a really good solid track of what you're thinking a sign might be. So that's the key. Write it down with every bit of detail that you can imagine to put the detail with. And always remember, don't think, just write. When you start thinking about how you want to write it, that's going to make you lose concentration. So just focus your attention into the pen and write. And just write everything that you're seeing, feeling, thinking. Make sure you write all that down. Then go back and you can fill in the rest. Number 2 is make sure you list all the details that come to mind at that moment. The idea is to write down each and everything that involves what you feel like is a sign coming to you so that you can have this down and document it and go back and reflect on it in a future event or in the future. Number 3 is be aware of what you see, feel, sense, smell, everything. Be quite aware of everything that's going on around you. Also, be very in touch with your feelings. So spiritual senses can also come to you through all your senses. So just be sure to pay attention to any of your senses and also write that down. Sometimes even the message can come to you in an object. You may find a rock on your path, taking a walk through the woods, or you may find a rock when you're walking through campus, going to school, or if you ride your bike to work, you might find a rock, or whatever the case may be. Make sure that you save this object. You can place it on your altar or put it somewhere special so that you have it to look back at in the future. Just be sure that if you run across a particular object or an item, be sure that you keep it, especially if it calls out to your attention. Like if you're just walking by and you look down and you see something on the ground, no matter what it is, and you just feel something like there's like this energy pool, you know, because everything holds energy. We know that. Everything, no matter what it is, holds energy. So if you're walking by and you just happen to look down and there's a Coke can laying there. I know that might sound crazy, but seriously, if it calls out to you and you feel something there, just pick it up. You may only need it for a short time. Either way it goes, just pick up whatever you might find. You may be able to even create some sort of art with that Coke can, if that's what it was, whatever. But you know what I mean. Just pay attention to each and everything that involves what you're doing with your everyday life. Kind of be more in tune to your outer awareness, along with being in tune with your inner awareness. And the outer awareness, you know, is also like where you see everyone's doing what they're doing. Okay? Everybody's working, everybody's, you know, like if you're in an office, everybody's just kind of running around doing the printers and just doing all this stuff. Okay? So you've got this going on around you, but you can also have more of an outer awareness of keying in and listening to that other side. And if you work with this gift and build this gift, if you hold this gift, everyone has different gifts. So this one's geared more towards the spirit communication style gift. So if you really, and it's clairaudient too, and clairvoyant with vision. So that's going to be different topics and videos. Anyway, so just listen and just feel those outer awareness that we all have. You know, just really tune into it, because you will see and feel something from it. It might not happen right off the bat, but it will happen. Another thing is, you definitely want to respect whatever is given to you and be thankful for it. It doesn't matter how it comes to you, no matter whatever shape, size, form, if it's a message, if it's a sign, if it's an object, anything. We want to be grateful for it and respect it. The reason I say respect it is because it's a gift. It's a gift from the other side to help you gain more wisdom and knowledge and focus within your own personal practice in life. And I find that to be a very, extremely beautiful thing. And I hope you will too, because there's so many things out there that's just waiting to explore and adventure into if we are open enough to it. You might be surprised at what might be around the next corner for you. So back to documenting everything. When you document everything, it's going to start kind of bringing pieces together like a puzzle. You know, you have all these puzzle pieces laid out and it's like, it looks like nothing. It looks like no picture. And you're like, oh, it's going to take forever to put it together. Especially if you're dealing with those little bitty tiny ones. It's like thousands. Anyway, but you take those little puzzle pieces and you start putting them together. And it starts forming a picture, right? You might see if it's, let's say it's a field and there's people. And like maybe a gathering and stuff or something like that. So you may be starting to put the corner piece together. So as you're putting this corner piece together, a face comes out. So you see this face and you know that there's more to it, because there's all these puzzle pieces that still need to come to this puzzle piece or to form this puzzle. So you have to keep building to it. You have to keep looking for those puzzle pieces in your own life to form the greater picture and to get more of an understanding of the signs and messages that the spirit or spirits are trying to communicate to you. Now, personally, I have found this to be, really spot on with knowing and looking for the spirit communication signs. This helps me to confirm that spirits do and will communicate with us if we look out for the signs and the messages that we get from them. Just know that when you're trying to speak with spirits, a lost loved one, ancestors, just know that they are just one vibration away from you. They are just one step into the other realm away. So when you think you're talking to, let's just say you may sit down and let's say you pray, or you're asking to speak with your grandmother or a lost mom or someone that's dear to you and special, and you're asking for them to communicate with you, but you do not get a sign, don't take that as they're not there or they're not listening, because they are. They're always there. They're always listening. It's just sometimes they can't get through at that moment. The signs, the messages, they may come later. I know for me, when my grandmother passed away, I was communicating with her, and there was a lot of different little signs, but one of the main signs that would always appear and come up every time I would think of her, or every time I would smell something that reminded me of her, I would look up and there would be a yellow butterfly. This yellow butterfly signifies spirit communication. I've read and spoken with other people that's where this yellow butterfly is a big form of appearance after a lost loved one has gone. It's kind of like their peaceful sign saying, don't worry, I'm in a great place. I'm with you always and forever, no matter what. And I'm always just one vibration away. And that's the truth. And when I find that that's very helpful, especially when you lose someone you truly love and miss. Just look at it as they're just one vibration away, and you can always talk to them. They may not always talk back or give a message or give a sign, but they're always there to listen. And as long as you have focus and faith in that, well, even if you don't have focus and faith in that, they're still over there. They are still over there. So yeah, I hope you liked this video, and leave any comments below if there's some ways that you communicate with spirits, or if you're just trying to start speaking with spirits and this was helpful for you, or if you have some other ideas of the ways that work for you. Just leave some comments below and let me know. So yeah, hope you all have a wonderful day. Bye.